Previously on Noble Lady Reformation Guide, our hero shattered the palace's cursed contract, escaped the blood-soaked arena, and uncovered a hidden empire. The system rewrote fate, but the true nightmare looms, and now the story—
Smoke still curls over the shattered battlefield, the enemy's sneer flashing in the flames. A comrade thrusts a flask toward Derrick. He slams the bottle, gulps the icy water, feeling it flood his throat, steadies his breath, sparks a flicker of mana. He knows the duel will bleed him dry. Every drop matters. The air trembles with lingering ash and whispered dread. A's line's silhouette sharpens on the ridge, promising a fierce showdown. Derrick fixes his gaze on the ridge where A's line hones her fire. Doubt claws at his thoughts. Can he best her after only weeks of training? A calm whisper drifts from the shadows. You will win, but only in a certain sense. Chaotic light explodes across the field. Star magic spirals, ice shards glitter, the earth cracks under their force. Derrick staggers, clutching his chest as mana ebbs away, his vision blurring. A's line towers, eyes ablaze, aura pulsing like a storm, her presence dominating the arena. Both mages teeter on the brink, pushing their limits beyond human endurance. A sudden shout cracks the air. Another combatant rushes into the fray, sword gleaming. A heraldic banner flutters as Duke Chef strides onto the field, sword drawn, his armor clanking with authority. He bellows a challenge, demanding the duel cease, his voice booming over the clamor. A's line lifts her other wrist, ice crackling, and a spear of pure frost shoots toward Derrick with deadly precision. He raises a shimmering mana shield, deflecting the cold tip, the barrier humming with energy. The impact sends a shockwave across the arena, cracking the stone floor into jagged shards. Derrick's eyes flash as he begins channeling the star spell, veins pulsing with unstable energy. The audience gasps, fearing the mana-devouring magic. The star magic starts to flare, bright and dangerous. Derrick unleashes the star spell. A vortex of dark light erupts from his palm, swirling with raw power.
A's line thrusts a spear of pure frost. Derrick summons a shimmering mana shield. Their opposing forces collide, exploding into a blinding burst that shatters the arena's dim light, scattering shards of magical energy. Derrick feels his mana evaporate, breath ragged, as A's line's icy stare promises inevitable defeat. The crowd's desperate pleas amplify his fear of failure and the looming loss of his soul, each cry a weight upon his shoulders. With only a flicker of mana left, Derrick steadies his hand for a final magic arrow, while A's line readies another frost spear. The arena trembles, leaving their showdown hanging on a breath-thin thread, the outcome uncertain.
You clearly have taste. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. It's what the real fans do.
I grind my blade in a yawning void while the noble lady sneers. A's line declares House Ebelstein's light always drags a shadow that fights by her side. She brands me a noble lady. Elena Duplain mutters that whispers follow me, questions my pride, then orders me to spin and throw a tantrum.
Just a spoiled noble, aren't you?
Everyone murmurs behind you. What makes you think you're special? Turn around and throw a fit.
A's line star magic flares, igniting the duel. A's line lifts a crystal, boasting that the harder you hack at it, the brighter it shines. She smirks, daring anyone to resist. The glare blinds me, sinking me into darkness. A soft whisper threads through the battlefield. You will win. The words echo, striking Eleanor's ears. She lifts her head, eyes narrowing, a spark of hope igniting. The audience leans in, awaiting her next strike. That newfound confidence could tip the scales. Elena Duplain's doubt crushes her spirit. She watches the fading star magic and whispers, even if I win this fight, I'll still be trapped. Her voice trembles, the arena falls silent.
Even if I win this fight.
A's line smirks, taunting. You should have seen my face when the spell struck. Elena pushes, demanding details of the blast. The exchange reveals A's line's swagger and Elena's desperate need to gauge the threat.
You should have seen my face.
How was it?
Elena watches for any crack in A's line's mask. Elena recounts the moment A's line's eyes widened, a fleeting glimpse of defeat breaking her composure. Even the stoic noble can falter. Elena revels in that sight, claiming a sliver of superiority. The memory fuels her drive to outshine A's line.
It was a sight to behold, thanks to you.
A's line now challenges her performance. Elena eyes A's line's regal poise amid the chaos. She realizes she eclipses the noble lady in one respect, her crippling inferiority complex. This self-awareness sharpens her resolve to outshine her rival. Yet A's line's noble facade cloaks a concealed power. Elena declares, "I'm no different," then asks, "Why does the moon's pitiful state matter?" Her words lay bare her lingering inferiority, as if even the heavens mirror her emptiness.
I'm not any different. What does it matter if the moon is pathetic?
Her doubt fuels the next challenge. Elena whispers to herself, "If I lack the courage to appear pathetic, I'll never grow." The arena still hums with residual star magic. A faint shadow lingers where the light receded. A's line stands composed, her staff softly vibrating. The lingering aura testifies that power leaves an imprint. Upcoming scene will contrast magical capacities. Elena studies A's line, conceding the vast gap in magical capacity. "You are far superior," she admits, deepening the power imbalance and hinting at future conflict.
In terms of magic capacity, I think you are far superior.
A servant named Daisy soon replies. A's line summons her attendant, Daisy. The servant bows, confirming, "Yes, my lady." The exchange underscores A's line's authority and her loyal retainer's presence.
Daisy. Yes, my lady.
The next scene teases a new challenger stepping into the arena.
A's line thrusts her staff, unleashing a blinding burst of star magic that ensnares a dark silhouette, just as a cloaked swordsman strides into the arena, eyes gleaming with lethal intent. Eleanor clenches her fists, whispering a vow to eradicate the lingering darkness, while A's line's overwhelming might humbles her yet fuels fierce determination. A faint shadow lingers where the light fades, and the mysterious swordsman's silent challenge hints at a deeper conflict, leaving the nobles uneasy and the arena teetering on the brink of war.
Sometimes, you have to become a monster to kill one. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
The ruins still echo, a reminder the fight isn't finished. Derrick, the lone mage she demanded, remains stuck teaching at Belmia as danger creeps closer. On the table, the rest wolf tail shivers, its fur still alive. Next to it, a faintly glowing star travel pass. Rare outside the capital, pulses with hidden routes, a possible shortcut to the front lines. Everyone senses the pass could tip the balance if it falls into the wrong hands. Then the Count of Belmia storms in, his sudden arrival sparking fresh suspicion. The Count of Belmia charges toward Ebelstein, banners snapping in the wind. Emma watches Derrick's spell sputter, a strange hue licking the air. She raises an eyebrow, mutters, "What's with that odd glow?" Then she sighs, noting the last snowflake melting, winter finally yielding to spring. She turns, offering, "Want to step outside, Derrick?" The invitation lightens his mood, promising a brief escape from relentless drills.
Geez, what's with the odd light? Winter finally ends. Want to go outside, Derrick?
Their plan hangs in balance, ready to be shattered by an urgent summons. A sharp gasp shatters the calm as Emma spots a cracked ceramic vessel by the altar. Emma bursts into laughter at her father's surprise, the echo ringing down the corridor. She probes, "Why travel so far just now?" Without pause, she declares, "I'll swap these formal robes and appear elsewhere. Wait a moment." Her rushed tone hints at a concealed scheme.
It has order.
A frantic shout erupts, "Derrick!" as the tutor staggers, clutching a deep wound. Blood soaks his sleeves, darkening the floor. Isabella lunges forward, kneeling, trying to staunch the bleeding. His collapse jeopardizes the plan to lock him as tutor, raising the stakes for all.
Derrick.
The fallout will decide if the tutor can stay. The group freezes as the firewall collapses. Isabella darts to Derrick's side, eyes wide. She gasps, "What? Derrick almost died? That's..." Echo winces, blood still dripping, nodding weakly. Emma watches, her jaw set, fearing the tutor's injury will wreck their negotiations. The wound forces a split-second choice, press on or tend to Derrick.
What? Derrick almost died, that's...
After the tense council, Isabella, her father, and Emma mount horses, racing toward Ebelstein. Estate banners flutter behind them across rolling hills. Mid-road, a goblin ambush erupts. Arrows flash, and Emma unleashes a gust of wind, scattering the attackers. Isabella catches sight of a silver-gray tail slipping into the woods, the rest wolf tail spoken of by the spirits. The party splits, pursuing the elusive creature while eyeing lingering goblin threats. Capturing the rest wolf tail is vital to fulfill Isabella's urgent mission. Their chase drives them deeper into a forest fraught with hidden danger. Deep within the forest, the party corners the rest wolf tail in a moonlit clearing.
Derrick carves a star sigil into the grand hall floor, channeling raw star energy into a blinding beam. The blast shatters the chandelier, igniting a volatile showdown among the assembled nobles. Isabella's pride cracks, fearing she'll become another noble's pawn. Her temper flares as Emma basks in newfound influence, while estate staff scramble under the pressure of a contract that could reshape loyalty. Rumors of hiring Derrick spread like wildfire, leaving Isabella's next move uncertain. The political battlefield widening, and the mysterious feather from the rest wolf tail hinting at a deeper power that could upend every alliance.
Miss one chapter and you'll be completely lost. Hit subscribe on Manwa with Harry and stay in the loop.
The palace lies in ash, but her defiant stare still burns. Derrick's volatile magic already brands him a target before he even lifts a wand. A pale sigil flickers on a broken stone slab, pulsing with hidden power. Unamon steps into the glow, his eyes locking onto the arcane pulse. The sigil whispers of a secret source linked to the Star Mage hierarchy, a bait for every noble. Unamon moves closer, hand trembling, ready to face whatever lurks within the light. The sigil's light reveals a solitary wanderer, robes frayed from endless roads. Unamon's voice cracks the silence. Why does a mage of your rank haunt these ruins? The figure flinches, then bows his head, murmuring his name.
Imperial guards trap Derrick in a shattered courtyard. He cries, "Door oars," then pleads, "Please spare me. I'm sorry." Their swords glint, ready to end his life. The desperate howl exposes the fragile peace between the Empire and the Star Mage, and the looming threat of his death. Unamon steps forward, determined to shield Derrick before the blades fall. After 3 decades of exile under Imperial watch, Derrick finally breaches the Star Realm, becoming a true Star Mage. The Imperial family, now terrified of his unchecked power, sees him as a priceless teacher. They propose a seat training the Empire's elite, hoping to bind his might to the throne. His acceptance could rewrite the kingdom's magical hierarchy.
The council debates Derrick as Alant's mentor. Some argue his expertise would accelerate her ascent. Others warn that sharing his focus with the ace line would keep her from the top rank. The choice of instructor will decide whether Alant can shatter the ace monopoly. Their debate soon reveals Derrick's own loyalties. Noble voices probe Derrick's hidden connections, noting his close bond with an enigmatic figure that might sway his judgment. A rival counters, insisting Derrick's ambition outweighs sentiment. The council concludes that his motives will shape Alant's fate. Their doubts drive them to dig deeper into Derrick's past. The party spurs their horses out of the camp, following Prabat's direction toward Ebelstein. Rolling hills glide beneath a setting sun, and soon the towering walls of Grand Duke Veltus's manor dominate the horizon. Mercenaries halt at the outer gate, eyes scanning for any trace of Derrick. Their arrival at Veltus's doorstep heightens tension for the looming confrontation. Inside, Veltus waits, his own designs for the missing mage already forming. At dawn, a servant hands Hakyung a sealed parchment, the patriarch's urgent seal glinting in the light. She breaks the wax, reads cramped script. The council summons her to the capital immediately. Prabat and Hakyung sprint to snatch the missing mage Derrick before rival nobles seize him, racing toward Veltus's towering estate as the sun bleeds into night. Hakyung bears the weight of proving herself, fearing disgrace if she falters. Meanwhile, Prabat jeopardizes his standing by challenging the commander's skepticism.
With Derrick's location still a mystery and rival nobles closing in, the pair stands at the city gate, the sealed parchment humming with peril, their mission teetering on a razor-thin thread.
There are no heroes here. Only survivors. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
I witnessed your death, and I've returned to rewrite your fate. The opening splash flashes the title Noble Lady Reformation Guide in bold brushstrokes, then credits the creator's original art by Rita, adaptation by Pink Shark Shin Heben. A modern to historical blend sets the scene, promising a world where ancient magic collides with contemporary flair. Next, we'll unveil the magic system that drives this conflict. Bella stands in a silent courtyard, palm outstretched, a faint blue glow rippling from her fingertips. She explains the star magic, a detection spell that pinpoints threats and traces hidden enchantments. With a swift gesture, she points at a distant torch. The glow trails exposing the magical signature. Nicole lifts her hand, and luminous runes swirl into a floating numeral, pulsing with ancient energy. The cryptic symbol hints at a power threshold Bella must cross. Confused, Bella stares at the glowing mark, sensing a hidden test that could unlock the strength she needs. Meanwhile, the looming threat grows ever more urgent.
Join the Hari squad with a sub before the system crashes.
A roar erupts as a monstrous silhouette emerges, forcing a desperate battle. A massive shadow erupts, crushing the courtyard with its presence. Bella feels the prophecy's weight pressing down, the future overwhelming her senses. She whispers, overwhelmingly so, accepting the magnitude of the challenge ahead. The monster draws nearer, demanding immediate action. The companion steps into Bella's room, eyes scanning piles of books and unwashed clothes. "My lady, your room's messy, you barely wash, just read," she scolds. Bella rolls her eyes, annoyed by the criticism. The mess hides a secret ledger that could fund their reforms. The tension rises as the companion warns that neglect could expose them to enemies. Their exchange shows the clash between practicality and Bella's carefree attitude, while time ticks toward the next move. Bella smirks, replying, "You're even worse when you're like this." She laughs, enjoying the teasing. The companion retorts, "Should we hurry? Another house might claim Derrick." Bella brushes it off, confident she's still faster than rivals. Bella grimaces, mutters, "You," then sighs, "Oh dear." She reacts to the figure's unsettling aura, realizing the situation is far more dangerous than expected. Her discomfort warns that the mercenaries' new hideout may hide a monster or hostile faction. The looming threat forces Bella to decide whether to press on or retreat. Bella arrives at the Duplain mansion courtyard. A guard watches her, muttering that even a young lady now comes personally. He reports they have no clue where Derrick is and that 3 search teams already swept the grounds this morning. Bella notes the lack of information and the ticking clock. The guard's blunt report limits their options, forcing Bella to dig deeper for any lead. Bella worries that even if they find Derrick first, recruiting him may be impossible, noting that the Great Duplain and BLMI Ard also pursue him. The companion reassures her, saying the hardest part is already solved and that she has a plan. This reveals that Bella's biggest obstacle may be strategic, not just speed. The companion reveals the plan, a sweet bait. Bella describes the target as a hot-blooded young boy who would never reject such beauty, calling the idea impossible. Their discussion shows they aim to use a lure to draw Derrick out, suggesting a risky manipulation could succeed. Bella struggles with a cryptic clue, muttering about a line she can't parse. A hulking monster bursts from the shadows, snarling at the group. Bella yells, throws herself in front of the others, and grips her staff, ready to block the beast's charge. Her quick action keeps the party from being ripped apart. The monster lunges, teeth bared, but Bella holds her ground. The group reaches a cleared courtyard that should have been empty. Bella scans the area, noting overturned crates and scorch marks. She admits the place isn't fully cleared, and her non-offensive magic feels unreliable. Still, she decides to cast a probing spell, hoping to expose hidden threats. A nervous guard steps forward, bowing low.
Bella lunges at the hulking monster, staff igniting with raw magic as she slams the beast into the courtyard floor, a blinding burst of light erupting and momentarily crippling the creature. Nicole's refusal to let House Veltus slip through the gate forces the group to confront the danger head-on, while Denise's trembling grip on her secret letter reveals the fragile hope she clings to amidst terror. The monster snarls back, eyes glowing with renewed fury, and a shadowy figure watches from the ruined wall, promising that the Veltus agents and a hidden enemy still lurk, ready to strike.
When the system gives you a hidden quest, you take it. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. Smoke curls from shattered walls. Ash still hot beneath Denise's boots. She slips into the ruined hall, eyes flicking across shadows, hunting the whisper-named mercenary. Her heart hammers. This meeting could seal her destiny. She calls his name, voice trembling with desperate hope.
Derrick, right.
Denise's voice trembles as she recalls the duel between Lady Aceline and Lady Allant. She admits feeling isolated among the Rose trio, fearing she lags behind. Anxiety claws at her. Others advance while she stalls. The butler's steps grow louder, pressing her to hide. Denise grips the sigil, desperation raw. A desperate, pitiful beauty, she cries. Please, save me. Her words echo down the corridor. The butler's lantern sweeps the landing on them. Derrick's hand hovers near his sword, his decision looming. Denise steals a glance at Derrick, feeling his pulse race. She hopes he cannot refuse her request for mentorship. Every breath trembles. His next move will either cloak her in safety or expose her. Denise turns away, shoulders tense. Derrick gazes toward the street, back turned. A distant bell tolls, echoing off stone. Their distance widens, hinting at growing conflict. The head butler of House Duplain soon appears, forcing a quick hide. Close up. Denise's jaw tightens, breath shallow. A shadow darts toward the entrance. Derrick vanishes around a corner, dust trailing. The urgency spikes. She must act before the butler catches them. Denise halts, hands on hips, proclaiming she's uncovered the man's true identity. He's not powerless, he's upright, she mutters, correcting herself. This insight could reshape the Rose Trio's strategy.
Denise hands Derrick a sealed note, ordering him to return tomorrow with the volume of Duke's Pillar of Fire. She stresses the tome's importance for her magical research, advanced fire incantations she must master swiftly.
Bring volume of Duke's Pillar of Fire tomorrow.
Tomorrow's fire volume could turn the tide in Denise's fight for the prince. Denise slips into the dim hallway, eyes fixed on Derrick. He walks past marble statues, bow slung over his shoulder. A faint clatter echoes as the head butler of House Duplain rushes in, demanding the lady's whereabouts. Denise darts behind a tapestry, pressing herself flat. The butler's lantern beam sweeps empty. Denise erupts, calling Derrick a selfish exploiter for accepting her gifts without offering guidance. She argues that her kindness should have swayed him to at least consider teaching her. Her frustration threatens to close the fragile window of cooperation. A frantic warning interrupts her rant as the house's head butler approaches. A nervous servant bursts in, telling Denise there's a problem and that the head butler of House Duplain is heading their way. Denise realizes the butler's arrival could expose their secret meeting and jeopardize her plans. They must find a way to stay hidden. Denise shouts, calling Bella to hide immediately, and assures her the tent will make the butler think the area belongs to Derrick. Denise storms the camp, brandishing a glowing crystal and refined ore, demanding Derrick teach her, just as the Duplain head butler prowls the perimeter, forcing them to crouch beneath a torn canvas. Denise feels her desperation crack under the weight of betrayal, fearing that her plea for guidance evaporates into Derrick's cold indifference, while the looming soldiers threaten to expose their fragile alliance. A distant ridge erupts with marching Red Lion banners, and the head butler's lantern sweeps the canvas, leaving Denise and Derrick teetering on the brink of discovery as the camp's true purpose hangs in the balance.
Every week there's a new chapter. Every week people miss it without the subscription. Don't be one of them, Manwa with Hari.
The explosion waned and I sprinted to the control scene. A cloaked sorcerer, Lady A's line's magic mentor, materialized. Bella stepped forward, bowed low, and whispered, "It is an honor." The air crackled as the mentor's gaze lingered, then his voice slipped, promising an abrupt departure. Bella met the mentor's eyes, nodded, and demanded, "Should we pack and depart now?" She craved instant training, ready to abandon her current duties. The mentor's paws crackled with unseen barriers, hinting a storm ahead. The mentor shook his head. "I cannot leave yet. My own training binds me, and I cannot promise when it ends." The mercenary mage stepped forward, echoing the delay, his voice heavy with uncertainty.
"After I finish training."
"Think you can outsmart me, Bella?" The mercenary mage snapped, demanding an explanation. Bella confessed, "I once leaned on stubbornness to win, but now I refuse to be that way." Their heated debate forced both to rethink tactics before the looming battle.
"Bella, you think I'm a fool?" "Of course not."
I used stubbornness to win, but now I refuse.
Exhaustion would soon test their resolve. The mercenary mage rubbed his eyes, fatigue from night training evident. Bella handed him a steaming cup of tea, hoping to revive his spirit. Their brief respite bought precious minutes before the council's dusk summons. The looming departure sharpened the tension. Bella stepped forward, voice barely a whisper.
Sorry.
"I interrupted your training."
Kino's apology lingered, a thin thread suggesting Bella's lessons were slipping away. Bella leaned in, eyes pleading.
May I sit beside you?
"You look different today, your eyes."
His remark hinted he sensed a secret behind her stare. The mercenary mage exhaled, shoulders sagging.
"Sorry for being a nuisance. I'll step back now."
His resignation signaled the looming loss of Bella's guide. Bella bowed, gratitude shining.
Thank you for everything. I hope you find a worthy teacher.
"Teacher, my foot. I despise magic."
Bella's bitterness hinted she might forge a new path, masterless. The mercenary mage offered a brief farewell. Safe travels, as he turned toward the A's Line Academy. His parting sealed his arc, while the head butler's hunt for Derrick and an unexpected father figure loomed on the horizon.
"Safe travels."
The stage set for the next twist. Bella watched Kino's retreat, confessing, "I'm jealous of those who never doubt hard work." Insecurity gnawed, fearing she'd never match his prowess. Her envy tightened her grip on his guidance.
I'm jealous of those who never question hard work.
Kino's encouraging words lingered. The mercenary mage smiled, assuring Bella, "Keep training and you'll become a great mage. Talent outweighs titles." Bella inquired, "Does A's Line think he's the only mage?" A murmur followed. A guest arrives for a meal. The newcomer could bring political trouble or an unexpected ally.
A guest arrives for a meal.
Their identity could alter the plan. Bella approached the father figure, offering a composed, "Good morning, father." He returned a subtle nod, eyes flickering with hidden intent. His presence threatened to tilt the power balance.
Father, good morning.
His true purpose remained veiled. The camera swept the lavish dining hall as servants set ornate tables. The father figure claimed the head seat, scanning the room with calculating eyes. His arrival signaled a fresh political maneuver.
Bella pried open the concealed wall niche, revealing a crumpled map that wound toward the northern cliffs. Simultaneously, the father figure claimed the head of the dining hall, his gaze sweeping every patron. Bella's composure cracked. The map threatened to expose secret alliances. Kino trembled, recalling the legend of the trapped bear. The mansion's power balance teetered on a razor-thin edge. The absent Derrick entry, the strange map symbol, and the father figure's hidden agenda converged, cloaking the council's next move in danger as the northern cliffs whispered a deadly secret.
The best way to stay ahead in any manhwa? Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. We do the reading, you enjoy the story.
Smoke clears, Queen's dagger catches the light, glinting like sunrise. Mana spikes, collapsing into a single point that rips reality. Young Hee-Yeon steps into the hall, bows, whispers, "Good morning, father." Lord Park lifts his head from the scrolls, eyes narrowing. A single nod launches the day's trial. Their greeting ignites a volatile mana drill, and the air hums with tension. His next command will push her to the edge. Heroine lifts her palms, inhaling sharply. A soft blue aura blooms between her fingers. Lord Park watches, jaw set. The mana throbs, a slender column sprouting inches into the air, making the stone floor tremble. Stone walls vibrate with the humming current. The mentor folds his arms, disappointment sharp. Your talent has outgrown this hall. He gestures toward the doorway, urging her to hunt stronger masters beyond the duchy. The weight of his words presses as the departure ceremony for young Master Valerian looms, offering a chance to prove herself elsewhere.
It's time for you to leave this place.
The mentor sighs, retreating, conceding his own limits. I have nothing more to teach you now. He repeats his stark verdict. Only the strongest survive, hinting her skill falls short. Heroine must choose exile or watch the white zone swallow the duchy. The looming threat presses on every decision, its darkness creeping closer. The father probes, why turn down Duplain's request? Denise fires back, lauding her own resolve and claiming no lady on the continent rivals her, suggesting any teacher would beg to train her. Her confidence signals upcoming clashes over magical alliances. The tension thickens.
Why did you reject Duplain's request? Denise's attitude is unmatched. Any teacher will want to train her.
Their exchange sets the stage for a secret discussion about the mysterious Mon Snos with the instructor. The father recalls a past incident when a housemaid shattered a plate, confessing a grave sin and pleading for forgiveness. Denise remembers her gentle reply, describing how she smiled angelically and offered mercy. Lord Kim's fury erupts. He declares he won't tolerate the reckless glorification of magic. He denounces its beauty, accusing its champions of blind antipathy. His voice climbs, vowing to crush such ignorance. The council feels the tremor as they must now face the magic debate as the white zone threat approaches.
I will not tolerate this.
The white zone looms, threatening the council's fragile peace. Lady Heroine sighs, breath shallow. She whispers, "Ah," then blusters, "This is absurd. I shouldn't have provoked him." She realizes she pushed Lord Kim too far. The council watches, uneasy, murmuring. Her mistake could cost her influence and ignite a feud.
Lie.
Lady Heroine steps into the grand courtyard of Denise's mansion in the noble district. Marble walls glint. Servants bow as they recognize her. Denise greets her, inviting her inside to discuss the upcoming ceremony and magic training plans. The mansion becomes a hub for aristocratic strategy, their meeting shaping how magic integrates with noble duties. Their conversation hints at deeper political currents. A heated debate erupts when Lord Kim scans the assembled nobles, fury blazing in his eyes. He shouts, "I see no single benefit in magic." The nobles gasp.
I see no single good thing about magic.
Denise refuses to back down, sparking a witty clash. Denise steps forward, eyes flashing.
A dark, swirling white zone edge erupts from the marble walls, racing toward the noble district as nobles scramble. A horse bolts, and arguments tear the courtyard apart. Lady Heyoun's frustration spikes, realizing the magic teacher crisis could cost her status and the court's fragile peace, while Anna's novel allowance teeters on collapse. Her heart pounds with urgency. The white zone edge looms inches from the marble pillars, its intent unknown, leaving the nobles to decide whether to summon a teacher or watch their world dissolve. The nobles hold their breath.
There's nothing better than watching them prove everyone wrong. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
The blast ricochets off marble, but the real game is only starting. A harsh decree forces Heyoun to shed her nightgown within 5 minutes as the scorching sun blazes the courtyard. An ironclad noble counselor leans in, warning her that the 3 great houses must be kept on a knife edge. He orders her to pledge no allegiance, to walk a razor-thin tightrope, and to keep every house uneasy. Miss a step and everything crumbles. This weekend, the envoy will demand she tally glittering gold and tame the humming arcane scope. Heyoun steps into the envoy's marble office, where a mountain of gold coins glints under torchlight. Bella mutters a cryptic phrase, "Unlu lir o lean lo learn," puzzling the onlookers. Derrick asks if the contract was penned by the Grand Duke, seeking clarity. The exchange reveals that magical obligations hinge on a formal agreement with the Grand Duke himself. Nobles murmur about the contract's power to dictate magical achievement. The envoy listens, noting their confusion. Hidden terms could decide who passes the upcoming trial.
And the Liro lean low learn.
Is the contract written by the Grand Duke?
The mercenary's sealed envelope glints, promising a surprise at the council. Derrick proclaims his patron is Grand Duke Veltus, who has delegated all authority over magical achievement to him.
Derrick lifts his staff and releases a blue search spell that sweeps the floor. The aura rolls over the tiles, lighting up hidden runes. Heyoun steps forward, reaches for a crystal, but her magic fizzles, leaving her breathless. Derrick then ignites a small fire for elemental combat. She raises her hand, the sputters, and she barely contains it. Finally, they gather around a mana crystal as Derrick explains efficient channeling. Heyoun strains to absorb the lesson, aware that any slip could cost her reputation. The next drill promises to test her endurance even further, the tension mounting. Bella throws her arms up, eyes wild, and shouts that she'll die if the mercenary stays.
Bella sighs, finally able to read her novel, and tells everyone to rest. She then declares she won't give in, startling the room. A shocked voice replies, "Gah! You scared me." The exchange shows Bella's renewed resolve and the lingering fear of surrender as the upcoming Rose Salon meeting looms.
Gah, you scared me.
The next scene reveals who will enforce the contract, tension crackling. Bella spots a stranger near the training yard and shouts, "What are you doing here?" Bella shrugs off her annoyance and admits that even tedious meetings can prove useful. She decides to attend the Rose Salon despite her frustration, hoping to extract leverage. This matters because the salon is a hub for alliances. Missing it could leave her house isolated.
Anyway, even those annoying meetings can be helpful sometimes.
She approaches the salon doors, where the powerful Rose Salon trio waits, the air charged with expectation. Bella walks into the grand salon hall, her eyes scanning the ornate room. The trio of influential ladies sit at a polished table, their expressions unreadable. Bella's posture shows resolve, but the tension in the room hints at upcoming tests of her etiquette and loyalty. This matters because her performance will determine whether she secures the needed political support. The trio's leader rises, ready to put Bella's social skills on trial, the atmosphere electric. Bella storms the Rose Salon, spurning the training decree and the stranger's threat, while the courtyard still echoes with the crowd's shocked "Ayo," fueling her daring resolve. Bella risks her reputation and safety by chasing the salon's political leverage, feeling the crushing weight of betrayal but seizing a chance to reclaim agency. The enigmatic envoy's sudden permission to leave early whispers of hidden motives, leaving Bella to wonder if the wicked guy watches, ready to strike as the salon doors slam shut.
Fans from over 50 countries already wake up to Manwa with Harry recaps. Subscribe and be part of it.
The citadel fell, and I still clutched the key. Bella strides out of the council, her poise untouched, but the sky shatters as Derrick bursts into his manor, locked in a brutal clash with a snarling, demonic beast. From the courtyard, Connor the gardener watches, a wicked grin spreading as chaos erupts. Derrick's roar splits the night, claws raking the creature, while Bella's pulse hammers in her throat. The savage showdown exposes Derrick's lethal edge and casts a dark omen over Bella's fate. Tonight, Derrick will demand that Bella dive into magic theory. The council's tension still crackles as Bella hurries to the rattling carriage, her torn sleeves whispering of near death. The hallway reverberates with a strange, drawn-out echo. Bella mimics the sound, first a tentative "who?" then stretching it to a haunting "who?" The uncanny resonance suggests an unseen watcher. The darkness, a cold shiver crawling up her spine. Bella mutters, "Everything feels too suspicious." Titan leans close, voice a whisper. "I hear you find everything bothersome, lacking motivation," he says. Then he adds, "Yet you step up when matters are critical, quietly caring for the servants." Bella's eyes narrow, absorbing the duality. The contrast reveals a hidden strength she can wield. Titan chuckles, confessing, "She's like my own wayward daughter," recalling his rebellious second child. He notes Bella's petty complaints about seasoning, yet the next day she orders the finest salt. Bella smirks, recognizing the irony. The exchange exposes her contradictory nature and Titan's budding affection. Titan recounts a recent illness that swept the manor. A fellow fell gravely ill, and Bella crafted the cure, providing enough medicine. He says, Titan declares, "I need honesty. I must know if my student is truly natural." He implies Bella must study the magical theory books tonight to prove herself. The pressure mounts, forcing her to juggle secret writing with imminent magical training. Titan assesses Bella, stating, "Your greatest strengths are strategy and wit." Bella nods, recalling the modern tactics that kept her alive. He hints these abilities will soon be tested. Pride swells, dread lingers, as the court's eyes remain fixed on her every move. Titan steps into the study, greeting, "Good morning, my lady." Bella startles, still half asleep. Derrick mutters, "That good-for-nothing Lady Daila." Bella repeats, "The Grand Duchy of Duplain's mansion," connecting the whisper to the upcoming gathering. The mention cements the venue for her debut, tying intrigue to the estate. Lee Hyen storms out of the council chamber, only to be cornered by Duke Song. He demands she master magic, slyly teasing the garden's headman, while his fingers linger over her scandalous manuscript. The looming debutante ball at Duplain's mansion becomes a battlefield of politics, romance, and sorcery. The Grand Duchy of Duplain's mansion towers under the afternoon sun. Bella perches on a balcony, clutching as she watches February tending the roses below, a quiet smile playing on her lips. The scene reveals her secret literary passion and her subtle bond with the gardener. Soon, Derrick's demand for nightly magic theory study will test her resolve.
Titan drops a cryptic egg as Bella scrambles to master magic before the debut, while the manuscript glimmers in Duke Song's grasp, sealing a treacherous pact. Bella bears the crushing weight of expectation and fear. Failure could shatter her sanity and reputation. Derrick's icy gossip looms to expose her secrets, while Lee Hyen's fury threatens her magical future. A hidden page of the manuscript ignites, the name Lady Daila smoldering as the clock ticks toward the ball. Bella's fate now hangs on a single spell and an unseen betrayal.
I put everything into every recap. If you felt that, subscribe to Manwa with Harry and let's keep going together.